Hey there everybody, welcome to the first ever video on the Collectors Collective. I don't know if this is actually the first video or just the first LEGO review, but, well, I mean, here it is. So basically, on January 1st, LEGO released the Back to the Future Speed Champions here, and, well, it was gone, like, everywhere. My fellow YouTuber on this channel, he got this set like a day or two before it actually was supposed to come out, and I had to wait till now to get it. So I just received it from lego.com, and I thought, well, might as well do a review on it. Here's the back of the box. Kind of has the DeLorean flying here on a nice backdrop. Got Doc here looking at the time circuit. And then the 2-in-1 advertisement on the back, because I guess technically there are two models to this set. And then on the front here, you get a full view of the set. Good amount of pieces for a Speed Champion, honestly. These sets normally have around 250 to 300 pieces, I believe, so that's a pretty good piece count there. So yeah, I believe that this is retailing for about $30 to $35 here in Canada. I'm not 100% sure. I did purchase it like a week ago now. I had to wait for it on back order. So yeah, but here it is. So I'm going to unbox it and build it, and then I will do a review of the model. So before I actually build the model, I just wanted to do one more clip of what actually comes in the box. So you get 5 bags of pieces, which it seems like this is a bit unique, but I haven't seen this recently. You normally either get full plastic bags or full paper bags, but this is the first time I've seen them mix plastic bags and paper bags. So that's neat. But you also get this vehicle base piece. You get these two like zipline pieces, and then you get a small sheet of stickers. Thank goodness most of the details in this set are printed. I honestly do not like stickers. And of course you get the instructions. So yeah, I will get building and show you guys the full model. So here it is, the DeLorean fully built with the 2 figures. So I'm first gonna talk about the minifigures here. So we got, we got Doc Brown. So he has this nice torso print here of the hazmat suit. It's actually much more detailed than, I have a little special guest here, the original Doc Brown from LEGO Dimensions. This isn't the original figure, because the original one had a different hairpiece, but this is the version that came in the fun pack from LEGO Dimensions. So as you can see, the new one is much more detailed. He also doesn't have anything on his tool belt in the back in this old version. Looks like I got a bit of damage on the back of his torso. This is my original Doc Brown from my original copy of the fun pack from like 2016, I think I got it. So, very old now. But yeah, so it's very nice and detailed. I also really like the new face. He has 2 different faces, and it's just honestly a more detailed version of Doc's face, because if I bring back the original Doc, that's the original Doc's face, and then he also has a second face print. So yeah, the original face is pretty good, but this one I think is just leagues better. Although to differentiate him from the Dimensions version, I am going to put this face on him, because I like how they have the bandages from the first movie on there. It's pretty neat. And then the other figure we have is Marty McFly. Now, unfortunately, this face here, this sucks. This figure would be an 11 out of 10, but this face just sucks. It is so bad. I used to own the original Marty McFly figure that came in the Dimensions pack as well. I did not have the Ideas set, but my cohort on the channel here does have the original Ideas set. That's where he got the OG figures from. But I had the Dimensions pack. Unfortunately, I believe it was 4 years ago now, I decided to sell that pack before I realized how much more popular that pack would become. And now I very much regret it. I no longer have the figure, no longer have the pack, and now I'm stuck with this face on the new Doc, or the new Marty, sorry, not Doc. What am I talking about? Anyway, I will talk about what I do really like about this figure. The original figure had the puffer vest printed onto the torso, so it was kind of messy. I don't know if this is a brand new piece or if this was used on a different figure in the past, but it is still a really cool piece. Let me see if I can get his head off. It's really stuck on there. But underneath, you actually get all the details of his outfit underneath. You got the pins, you got the denim vest, and his two other shirts that are underneath that. I just realized while saying that Marty is wearing 4 layers throughout a good amount of the movies, which is kind of nuts. Who the hell wears 4 layers of clothing? Anyway, but then here's the back print. Very nice print. And just like Doc, Marty has a secondary face. It honestly kind of looks better. I think I'm going to use that instead. But I am going to have to hunt down the original minifigure for Marty so that I can swap that face, because not a huge fan of this new print. But yeah, so that's enough of the minifigures. We should talk about the actual car, because I mean, that is the main thing. So, it is very detailed, I will say that. I did put the sticker sheet to the side, and I'm not getting up because if you haven't already noticed by the jittering, the tripod is currently mounted on my chair. So, yeah, I do not have a very comprehensive recording setup right now. But yeah, so very nice and detailed. Lots of printed pieces. As you can see, printed windshield piece. Inside we got, let me zoom in a little better. We got the flux capacitor printed on a little panel that's inside of this window piece. We also got this reused print of a little keypad there. Also, if we flip to the front side, we have another printed piece, the time circuit. Unfortunately, this plutonium charge wedge piece here is not a printed piece. That is a sticker. That is one of the most annoying stickers in this set. There is one more. I gotta remember which one it is, but there is one more in this set that is very annoying to apply. In the back here, we got yet another sticker. We got the DeLorean logo, which I don't know why. The sticker runs the entire span of this piece in the back. They could have very easily just printed it on like a 3-stud long sticker and stuck it on there, and it would have worked just as well. But they decided to make it the full length of the piece, so oh well. We also got this really nice printed piece of the Out of Time license plate. Always nice to see. Here, I'm going to remove the fishing rod that's supposed to be the pole from the end of the first movie. There you go. And in there we got a little base for the plutonium tank. I don't know if you've also noticed, but around the entire car are these really nice printed transparent light blue pieces with like time circuits running through them. That is definitely one of the better parts of the set. Then we got some more printed headlight pieces here. These are really nice. And then we got the DMC logo, which is also a sticker. That is very unfortunate. And then on the sides here, we got more detailing. We got a nice printed 1x1 here. That would be good for detailing on a gray mock build or something. But then we got more stickers. These are the other annoying stickers. I just remembered. There is one on each side. You have to put them on these little 1x2 slope tile pieces. Very annoying. And then we got this 2x6 sticker that goes on the side of this tile. This is a print too. This is a really nice print, actually. Unfortunately, you do not get an extra of this print. I think it's the only 1x1 printed piece in this entire set you do not get an extra of, unless I left it in the bag that it came in. Not sure. And then the final print, I believe, from the Back to the Future 1 model, I will make sure to show the transformed Back to the Future 2 version. But the other print is these nice wheel wells. I think those are wheel wells. Or sorry, no, those are the rims. These are the wheel wells. So yeah, you got these nice printed rims. I believe they're supposed to say DMC, but they just got a couple lines there. So yeah, still really cool, really nice. So yeah, very nice build. And then of course you got the fishing rod that's supposed to be like um, the rod that they stick on the back of the car for the lightning storm in the first movie. But yeah, inside there is room for 2 minifigures for obvious reasons. But yeah, I think that's about all I can really say about the build of the car. Otherwise, it's just a pretty generic Speed Champions build, I believe. There are some really nice parts that I believe are new for this year that are used throughout the build, but a lot of them are hidden, so I can't really mention them. But for all I know, I could be completely wrong because I don't buy too many Lego sets anymore. You know, don't got a whole lot of money, so not able to really buy that many Lego sets nowadays. But yeah, from what I do have, I'm pretty sure those pieces are new. So yeah. But before we get on to transforming it, there is one more thing I want to show off. There's a couple of pages in the instructions that I want to show off. So first of all, for all of you people that do not really keep track of LEGO's releases, there are a few other Speed Champions that were released on January 1st, and they show them advertised in the front page of the manual here. So of course you have the DeLorean, you got Lightning McQueen as well, which is a pretty neat one. I might pick it up later, but it's not a top priority for me. And then we got this F1 movie car, and then a Bugatti, which I believe this exact model of the Bugatti got a nice massive Technic supercar build a few years back. So I guess if you really want a model of this car, but you do not want to pay hundreds of dollars, that's your option right there. And then there's this nice Ferrari as well. So yeah, always nice to see. But then we also have this double page here. You got the original DeLorean screen capped from the first movie. And then you got a nice picture on a pretty nice black background here of the Lego version. And then the final thing I want to show off is on page 95 of the manual. You get to step 88, and up here in the corner is this nice little print of the number 88 in the Back to the Future font with some lightning bolts coming off of it, obviously referencing the fact that they go back in time, or forward in time, when they reach 88 miles per hour. So yeah, there you go. Just some quick things I wanted to show off in the manual. But yeah, I'm going to convert it to the Back to the Future 2 version and come back. Alright, so here it is, the Back to the Future 2 version. So there aren't a whole lot of changes, but I'll go over each and every one because, again, not a lot of changes. So the biggest and most obvious one is that the wheels are now mounted horizontally instead of vertically, which is always cool to see. Unfortunately, this is something you have to do with extra parts. If you remember the LEGO Ideas DeLorean from around 2013, they had a built-in Technic system that let you convert it to the flight mode without needing to do anything to the build. So it does kind of suck. You do lose that in this build. I think that's probably the only downside of the conversion. Otherwise, though, the only other 2 changes are that you now get Mr. Fusion up here instead of the plutonium tank, and then you get the future license plate, which looks really cool. What is unfortunate, I will now say this because, I mean, I've converted it, is that there's no Back to the Future 3 conversion. Luckily, the LEGO and Back to the Future fans have already got that covered. They've already made, like, a kind of surface-mounted piece here for the engine replacement from the movie. And then they've also, obviously, found the perfect combination of pieces to make the rims from the movie. So that's always cool to see. I do not believe that they actually changed the license plate or anything from the back of the car in the movie, so very minor changes, but they don't really give you any of that. And also, I gotta say, LEGO all in all just does not do a lot of Back to the Future 3 type commemoration. Like, Doc and Marty, they've always been in their Back to the Future 1 outfits. I mean, they also randomly did the Back to the Future 2 outfits in, like, the massive DeLorean from 2022. That was pretty cool as well. Obviously, that car wasn't minifigure scaled, but still, That one did have the Back to the Future 3 conversion, but again, it only had the Back to the Future 2 versions of their outfits. And we still have yet to see the Back to the Future 3 ones, which kind of sucks. It would really be cool to see that. But yeah, I think my cohort here, I haven't been saying his name this whole time because I don't know how we're doing the whole name thing. If we're gonna use like our usernames, or if we're gonna like on different platforms, or if we're gonna use our actual names, we'll have to figure that out. I mean, again, this is the very first video we're recording for the channel. We have big things planned, so subscribe if you so please. I don't know, I didn't really want to say that, but there you go. But yeah, he did already make a conversion for the Back to the Future 3 version, and he even started working on making minifigures for Back to the Future 3. So that's always cool. So we probably will do a video about that another time, but for now, just doing a review of the base set. So yeah, once you do the conversion, you have all these extra pieces here. So you have the fishing rod that's supposed to be the lightning rod, then you got the out of time plate, and then you got these 4 Technic pins that were holding the wheels onto the car. And then finally this little yellow piece that sits where Mr. Fusion is supposed to be. So yeah, not super important, I just wanted to lay that out. But yeah, there you go. Thank you for watching. We probably will be making more LEGO reviews. I have plenty of sets that I got recently that I probably should do reviews on that I didn't. I also have plenty of sets from the past that we can always do reviews on. I actually have one coming in from 2016 that I'll probably be doing a review on. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. We also have stop motion stuff planned for LEGO, and we obviously are planning on doing plenty more videos on all kinds of different toys and collectibles. So yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.